Episode 91 Richer Than Thou. Hey Dad, are the Sharmas as rich as us? Little Mohan was loud enough for everyone to hear him in the bus. Without getting embarrassed at all, Manish smiled at his son and replied loudly, Nah, not at all. They are show-offs. They live just a kilometer away from us. But look at them, sending Rohan in a car to school. They can easily take the bus like we do. But they want to display their car to everyone. दिखावा करते हैं बस. Mohan was reassured and happy at this answer from Dad. He happily looked out from the window. It was early morning and the pleasant breeze cheered up Mohan. He now looked forward to enjoying the cup of tea at Ramu's tea stall opposite the school gate. Manish again had to give the last cup of milk to his little daughter, a toddler who wouldn't sleep if she remained hungry. Manish was confident that around 10, Surekha will be able to bring something for lunch from the Mehra mansion, where she worked as the caretaker. Maybe some bread slices or leftover chapatis. For dinner, Manish was confident of sliding some food at the airline food packaging unit into his pockets. But he had to be careful. If the supervisor or a co-worker ever found out that Manish was smuggling food, then it would be the end of his job. The rickety bus stopped with a jerk. Mohan grabbed the soot-covered windowsill to stabilize himself and immediately stained his shirt. Mohan looked up angrily at the driver. He knew that Lata teacher will again reprimand him for wearing a dirty shirt in front of the entire class. Mohan gave a dirty stare to the bus conductor. That fellow also stared back, first at the son and then at the father. साला मुझे देख रहा है. Every second day he comes and pleads with me कि आज पैसा नहीं है कल दे दूंगा. And his son keeps on complaining to me that the bus is dirty, ask the driver to drive properly, don't take so many passengers and so on. Now beggars have also begun to demand. Manish tried to ignore the conductor, but Mohan got furious on hearing this jibe directed at his father. He shouted back, We are not poor. In fact, we are rich. Who says that only money makes someone rich or poor? Dad says that qualities make us rich or poor. We are honest, we are sincere, and we are so committed. I finish my homework every day before 7 p.m. I never lie to my parents or to my teachers. I love my younger sister. And this proves that we are the rich ones. The conductor and all the others in the bus burst out laughing. Manish grew red in the face. He shoveled Mohan forward and the two climbed down. The laughter of the conductor and the other passengers was still resonating in their ears when they reached Ramu's tea stall. Mohan couldn't explain to the world how he had developed a system of calling themselves rich. He would tell both his children that the real richness of a person is determined by how truthful, sincere, kind, honest, and loving they are. For every act of kindness or for speaking the truth, Mohan would get 10 points. At the end of the month, the points would be totaled and Mohan would get a special softy ice cream as his prize. Over the months, Mohan had become supremely convinced that this was being rich in the real sense. Under the RTE Act, Mohan had got admission in a lavish private school. But Manish couldn't afford to give him the gleaming shoes, the expensive backpack, fancy food items, or money to eat something at the canteen. Fortunately for students like Mohan, the school provided free lunch. Manish didn't have a stable job. 3 years ago during COVID, his company had folded up. For almost a year, they had barely managed to survive. Finally, a friend asked him to come to Abu Road to work in a food packaging unit for an airline company. Surekha became the caretaker at the Mehras, and they got accommodated in the Mehras outhouse. Mohan quietly sat down on the dirty wooden bench at Ramu Kaka's tea stall. He knew that if anyone complained about dirty benches or shabby surroundings, then Ramu Kaka would simply ask them to leave. In the small mountainous town of Abu, on this little lonely stretch, which ended with the big school building, Ramu's tea stall was the only refreshment place that one could find. Manish forced himself to give a broad smile to Ramu. After all, he badly needed the 2 cups of tea, one for himself and the other one for his son. And he didn't have any money today as well. He hadn't paid to Ramu for almost a week now. Perhaps that was why Ramu didn't smile back at Manish. The kettle boiled and Ramu began to pour out the tea in the glasses. The driver, conductor, a few peons and admin staff of the school picked up a glass each. But there were none for the father and the son duo. The last time they had eaten something was at 7:30 p.m. of the previous evening. Manish knew that their stomachs were growling for food, for some nourishment. He got up from his corner and walked up to the kettle on the stove. It was empty. Ramu looked up at Manish with a very irritated look. Manish decided to jovially point out to Ramu that he and Mohan were left out in the distribution of tea. अरे रामू भैया, हमको कॉर्नर में देखा नहीं क्या? And he gave a hollow laughter. देखा ना? But I didn't see any money being taken out. It's 10 days now that I haven't seen any money coming out from your pockets. If you are ready to pay today, I will make some tea for you. बाकी उधारी तो बंद है बॉस. Ramu bhaiya, I always settle all the accounts sooner or later. I will be getting my payment very soon now. Acha, don't give me any tea. But at least give some tea to Mohan. He has not eaten anything this morning. Manish hadn't realized that all the others at the tea stall had stopped talking and were looking at him. He felt a tremor of red-hot shame flashing through his entire body. Ramu reluctantly filled the aluminium kettle with some water and set it to boil. No milk or sugar were added. After 2 minutes, Ramu poured out a blackish liquid in 2 glasses. The tea tasted bitter because the leftover tea leaves had been boiled again. But both Manish and Mohan finished it in silence. The school bell rang, and the two began to walk to the gate in complete silence. Manish gave a broad smile to Mohan and patted his back. The 8-year-old cheered up immediately. At the school gates, Manish waved to his son and said loudly, "Don't forget, Mohan, today for dinner we have coleslaw sandwiches, nachos and vegetable patties. Now that's what is called rich food." Mohan waved back at his father energetically. "I will request Pathak sir to let me participate in the cricket coaching camp, Dad. And I'll audition for the annual function also today. Wish me luck." "You are going to make it, my boy, at both the places. After all, we are rich because we work hard. We don't lie. And we always do our work so sincerely." Mohan ran all the way to the assembly hall. In the queue, he saw Rohan Sharma staring at him repeatedly. Mohan ignored him and folded his hands in prayer. After the prayer, Pathak sir came on the stage and shouted in the microphone. Our school is dedicated to neatness and cleanliness. Under the Swachh Bharat mission, we have to keep our school clean. So today, those students whose shoes are not polished or whose uniforms are not neat and clean will have to do cleaning duties. Monitors from every class, as I told you before the prayer, pull out those students who are unclean. Mohan now understood why Rohan was staring at him. For the next 2 hours, Mohan picked up trash scattered all over the school playground. He found it quite strange that this punishment was given to those who had forgotten to polish their shoes or whose uniforms were dirty or stained, whereas it should be given to those who had littered the school ground. The third period was by Lata teacher. As usual, she gave a lecture for 15 minutes on the importance of keeping our body clean. Mohan tried to remember when had he last had a bath with a soap. Every day there was just hot water to be quickly splashed all over his body. In the fourth period, Mohan ran to the auditorium to audition for the dance at the annual function. Mohan had to entertain his little sister last evening till Dad got home with the dinner. So he had danced again and again and had practiced his steps perfectly. Mrs. Jaiswal and Mrs. Kapoor were surprised at his perfect sing. They looked at each other for a moment and then called Mohan aside. मोहन तुम्हारा डांस तो बहुत अच्छा है. But you see, as per the school policy for the dance costume, students have to pay around 700 rupees. Ask your parents and let us know tomorrow. During the recess time, Mohan found it difficult to chew the leftover rotis that Ma had got from the Mehra mansion. Even the pickle had become dry and tasteless. He looked forward to the lunch which the school provided, not only because it satisfied his hunger, but also because he could generally smuggle a roti or some rice and some sabzi for his little sister. Mohan stuffed his half-eaten lunch into a poly bag and ran out to the ground. He wanted to exhibit all the cricket shots in front of Pathak sir to get into the coaching camp. Pathak sir began by giving the bat to Rohan first. Rohan was all padded up and had also brought over a little helmet. Mohan bowled to him and it turned out to be a yorker. It smashed all the 3 stumps. Mohan jumped with joy. He couldn't stop smiling because in spite of all the expensive cricket gear, Rohan had got out on the first ball itself. But Pathak sir shouted from the sidelines, "Hey, don't throw balls at such high speeds. Who are you? Shoaib Akhtar or Brett Lee? Give the ball to Mohsin. He will do the bowling now." As the sun touched the horizon far away and the cool evening breeze touched Mohan, he realized that it must be almost 6 o'clock. Time to wrap up. He had been sitting on the bench after that one attempt at bowling. Pathak sir would now declare the names of those selected for the coaching camp. Sir came forward and made an announcement. All those who will be selected for the coaching camp will have to deposit money for pads, gloves and helmet. We have identified a seller from Ahmedabad. He is ready to give a big discount. So all of you should deposit rupees 5,000 by the end of this week. The names of the selected students are as follows: Rohan, Pritesh, Vicky, Mohsin. Mohan did not stay back to listen to the entire list. He slowly made his way to the school gate. Manish wordlessly took Mohan's bag. As the duo walked towards the bus, Mohan suddenly remembered the promise of rich food tonight. Nachos and coleslaw